Hello and welcome to Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver. And I am so glad to have you guys here with me. I do apologize for having a late start today, but joining me, as always, representing Black America, is the Black America champion himself, none other than Milla. Vaughn, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. So catch me up on everything that's been going on. I know that you've had some title defenses, you've had some rematches, you've had a lot of stuff that's happened, and you have been retaining that title with pride and honor for Black America. Is that correct?
That is true. I have defended that title, and I've been successful in both defenses. I beat Conor Martin. I got him out the picture. Now, I don't even know if he's on to something else different in his life, but I made him aware that I'm the real American champion, the Black American champion, and now I'm holding it down for SPCW.
Absolutely. And we got to see you at Piledriver Pro for Christmas. You were doing the Rocket Around the Wrestling Ring. You were in a battle royal out there, and buddy, you were kicking some butt.
You want to talk about it? You want to talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, man. I was in a battle royal, and I came up this short. I was real close to winning that thing.
Yes, sir, you were.
But, you know, sometimes things happen that you don't have control over. But I can say I wasn't the one that got beaten that match.
That is very true.
And if you look at it, I don't know if you know it, but on January 24th, we have another, not a battle royal, but more of a traditional royal coming up at Piledriver Pro that I'll be participating in. So hey,
really?
It's sometimes in life you get second chances, and I'm gonna use this chance right here to let Piledriver Pro know just exactly who Milla is. I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity, and I'm gonna seize the moment.
As you should, Vaughn, especially with what happened at that last Piledriver Pro meeting that you were involved in. I honestly think that you got cheated out of that, to be honest with you, from behind by Remolacha.
It was bullshit.
What it was.
I'm sorry. Can we cuss?
Yeah, go right ahead.
It was bullshit. Let's be honest, all right?
Yes.
It was bullshit. Remolacha, and he'll be in the other battle royal on the 24th. So I'm gonna see him again. But on December 9th, yeah, he was a victor that night. But we all know Remolacha, he just got lucky. That's all it was. It didn't take any skill to get lucky. He creeped up behind a guy, hit him with a move, and he got the 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely. And I absolutely agree with you on that.
Right place, right time. That's all it was.
And there's video footage of this on our Facebook page under our reels. You can catch all of this out so you can see exactly what's going on.
You want to know what the best part of that match was? Let me tell you what the best part. You saw when I picked up that big Max Abel. That was at least 500 pounds I picked up over my head. And I threw him. I took him for a ride behind me. And ever since then, I haven't even seen Max Abel. I have not seen him since that day.
And you know, it's kind of surprising. He's kind of been hiding in the shadows because nobody has seen Max Abel since then. I
think I might have taken him out the game.
Sipping a little bit of that.
I think I might have taken him out the game that day. But you know what? Let me say, I don't mind taking certain people out of the game because you see in East Tennessee, I'm trying to make my name something solid. I'm trying to expose these fake, phony wrestlers in East Tennessee. And I think I'm doing a good job of that because Max Abel, I took him for a ride, and look, nobody's seen him since. Nobody's heard from him. Who knows where he is? He could be anywhere.
That's very true. That brings me up to my next point, though. You've been traveling around a lot, not just Piledriver Pro, not just SPCW, but you've been at the School of Morton here recently. Tell us a little bit about that. School
of Morton, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That wasn't a good night. But I was in the tag team match that night, and speaking of Max Abel, I had actually, this might sound crazy, but me and him we ended up being on the same side of the ring that night. I'm not gonna say we formed a team because we and him, we don't get along, but we were on the same side of the ring that night, competing against Evan Golden and Casey Kazana. Now, Casey Kazana, he's the man around there. I give him, go ahead, what do you want to say? Because I know you about to say something.
We had Casey on, and he didn't mention any of this to us.
That's the reason why, because, what'd you say?
We had him on Tuesday, and he didn't mention any of this to us, but he did mention that he got behind Evan Golden, and Evan Golden had his back. That's the only thing he said.
Let me tell you why he didn't mention it. Let me be honest with you. I think Casey's afraid of me.
Ooh.
That's why he didn't mention it. But let me tell you what happened that night. You see, it was me and Max Abel going up against Casey and Evan Golden. It all started because, you know, Max Abel asked me for a favor. He had having some KC problems. So me and him, you know, we got together, took Casey out the game, hurt his little ankle. But then Evan Golden wanted to step up and be his all buddy. I don't know what they got going on there. Evan's a guy that's already on my list. You know, he's on my hit list. I'm going to take him out the game next. But let me say this right here. When I got in the ring with Evan Golden, he definitely remembered the name Milla because I took him for a joyous ride.
Well, Vaughn, I don't trust Evan as far as I can throw him, and especially with KC Kazana, the history
that they throwing
him together.
Hold on. Speaking of throwing them, let me just say this. I threw this man 8 times and 8 German suplexes in that match. I don't know if the footage is out there. It may be. But Evan Golden, he's another guy I haven't seen since I laid my hands on him.
Well, Brittany Diamond said she's got all the photos posted on her page. If anybody wants
she
to
got the photos. Let's see the photos. The proof is in the picture.
I don't trust Evan Golden. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. I don't trust him as far as you can throw him.
I threw him.
The man's got two-faced dirty diamond demons, and they're all hiding. And I think he's only buddying up to Casey Kazana because Casey had something that was taken away from Evan, and he's trying to figure out a weakness to get it back. But with that being said,
you talking about that East Tennessee heavyweight title?
He wants too. He wants that Black America Championship. He wants to bring it back to America.
No. You said Evan Golden or KC?
Evan Golden.
Evan Golden.
Said that.
Let me explain something to you, man. Evan Golden, me and Evan Golden, we don't even belong in the same sentence. Evan Golden is not on my level at all. You thought what I did to Connor was bad? Imagine what I do to Evan Golden.
Well, he would definitely clarify when he's going to try to hit his afterburner on you because he always yells it, afterburner. Like you're just giving it away. You're letting everybody know.
That is the lamest thing in the world, honestly. You gonna talk about corny, whack, lame, boring? That's it. Nobody cares about no afterburner. I bet you don't even know what an afterburner is. Evan Gold's the type of wrestler. He don't really think about stuff. He just put it together and hope it sticks. He's just one of those type of guys. And I think, matter of fact, you should talk to Evan. You should get him on the podcast and ask him how it was last time he got in the ring with me.
So he's coming on Tuesday. I'm definitely going to ask him.
Definitely ask him because he's another man, just like Casey Kazana. I think he's intimidated by Von Miller.
I believe he is too. I believe that you all put the fear of God back in him when you were at the School of Morton for sure, especially the way you picked him up and threw him like he was a little rag doll. And they call him Goldilocks, right? You actually had him rolling like Goldilocks. So.
It was 8 times.
8 times, he says.
Rumor has it he's still sore, and that was 2-3 weeks ago.
That's great, Vaughn. That's awesome.
You're laughing. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being so serious right now.
I know you are, but it's funny because it's hilarious because Evan really believes that he's going to be able to take that championship away from you at SPCW one day.
Man, let me tell you.
By the way that you were throwing him around like a rag doll, he's got a lot to prove until he can get that championship from you.
I feel like this. Like Evan Golden's he's the type of challenger I wouldn't even be worried about. They'd be like, "Oh, you're going up against Evan? All right, I might actually take some couple days off in the gym. I may, get lazy. I may get comfortable when I know I'm going up against Evan Golden because I know I don't have to dig in my bag of tricks. I don't have to pull anything out for Evan Golden. Evan Golden he's a junior heavyweight. I'm more of like a light heavyweight. I'm a bigger guy. I'm a better wrestler. He would not last 10 seconds in the ring with Von Miller. And you can put that
I'm going to bring that up, Vaughn. I am going to bring that up. I'm going to bring that exact sentence you set up when Evan's here on Tuesday. I'm going to say Von Miller said you wouldn't last 10 seconds in the ring with him.
He'd get blown up. Let's put it like that. He'd get blown up and beat up at the same time. And that's a deadly combination.
Absolutely. Speaking of the School of Morton, though, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on there, Vaughn. Some things that you need to know about that you might need to be prepared for. It seems like RT3 has something going on with Michael Gabriel, and we're speaking about Evan Golden, one of the followers of Gabriel, the Book of Gabriel, currently. Are you afraid that there might be some retaliation due to what we're talking about right now coming from Michael Gabriel and Hunter Wolf and also Evan Golden?
Hunter Wolf, retaliation. Man, let me, Johnny, Joe, let me tell you this, all right? I'm not worried about none of these guys retaliating against me. Because little do they know, they may always see me alone, but just know my friends aren't too far away. I got some buddies that, that owe me a couple favors that I know can watch my back and handle my business. So if they want to retaliate, bring it on. And from what I heard, I hear a lot of things, but this is something else that I heard, that on January 18th at SPCW, Evan Gold and Michael Gabriel, the Guiding Light, are planning up to come. They're planning up to come against me. I think this might be either a handicap or a tag team match. I don't really know yet, but rumor has it that they're looking to take me out the game.
That's going to be the 18th of January for everybody out there watching in La Follette, Tennessee. Is that correct?
Follette, Tennessee, yes. January 18th.
That's going to be the Sportatorium, 157 Myers Lane in La Follette, Tennessee.
And you want to know what's crazy? I used to be friends with Michael Gabriel. And that all went south when he started hanging around guys like Evan Golden. I think Michael Gabriel has lost it, to be honest with you. Maybe I got to knock some sense in him on the 18th.
Well, I know for sure that he is not who he used to be. The Book of Gabriel has changed him in many, many ways, and he is starting to get a following from the Book of Gabriel. Seems like the cult of Gabriel is starting to grow a little bit more.
It's like everybody got books now, I guess. But I will say something about Michael Gabriel. He's definitely evolving because I see he's been in the gym. He's put on some muscle, and he looks good. But me, I'm not threatened at all because I know Michael Gabriel because we were once friends. So I already know what to look for. I know what to expect. So he can go train as hard as he wants. He can recruit new members into the Guiding Light. He can find Hunter Wolf, Evan Golden, all his buddies. But all that's not going to matter at the end of the day because I got them all figured out. And I know for a fact, one last thing, I know for a fact that I would beat the hell out of Michael Gabriel if it came down to it.
Vaughn, have you seen the power that comes out of the Book of Gabriel? It shoots fireballs.
It shoots what?
Fireballs. Have you seen those?
Fireballs.
Yes.
Johnny, let me ask you. You think a guy like me is worried about fireballs?
I don't know, but it blinded Jamal. So if it has enough power to blind Jamal, what can it do to you?
It ain't gonna do nothing to me because I ain't scared of no fireballs. I got the fire already inside of me. I got the heart of a lion. I said that on the last podcast and you didn't believe me. Now I'm telling you again. So I hope you believe me.
I do believe you.
I said it 3 times. I've only said it twice.
I do believe you 100%, Vaughn. I think that you do have the heart of a lion. I think that you also have the tenacity of a tiger. You'll go after anybody any given time, and you'll strike definitely for the jugular if given the opportunity to. And I believe you're going to do that at the Royal Rumble that's going to be taking place at Piledriver Pro coming up. I also believe in that supposed 3-way match that's going to be taking place on the 18th that you're going to be coming out victorious on top. But just in case,
I might have a buddy that I might get to, step in the ring with me and go to battle. Because I got some friends, I got some YNs I can hit up. I can definitely get the job done. So it's not for sure going to be a 3-way. I might get somebody, stand aside.
You got to give us a clue. Who are you thinking about? Are they a crocodile?
Crocodile? No.
No?
I don't get that reference you just threw there, to tell you the truth. This is a guy that I know can get he don't do a whole lot of talking. Let me go ahead and say that. He don't do a whole lot of talking. It's just a whole lot of action.
Okay.
A guy from school in Morton. Let me put it like that.
All right. I'll take that.
And
I bet I could name it on one hand out of who it would be, but I'm going to let the fans try to figure that out for themselves. But let's just say it might be a D1 athlete, somebody who is definitely posed and poised and ready for a fight at any given time.
Well, would
that be fair to say?
D1 athletes, there's not many of those at school in Morton. So you definitely slim the chances of who it could be.
Well, I would love to see that, just to be honest with you. If that is the absolute case of who it is, I would love to see that man have your back and be in your corner, and you all become who you're supposed to be with the School of Morton and also in the professional world of wrestling going forward. Now, Vaughn, do you have any surprises laid out for us coming in the future with any bookings? Are you getting booked anywhere new? Are you having some places that have been calling you?
No, I haven't been getting booked. A lot of people don't like me for some reason. I can't tell you why. But I do got some surprises coming up. You see, I got some new gear coming. I got some new stuff happening for me, man. And I'm very proud of myself. And you know what? I don't want to talk too much about it. I just kind of want to show my audience as it unfolds.
Sure. Absolutely. Now you said that you have some new gear coming out. Do you want to give a shout out to the gear maker?
I don't.
Okay, no problem.
Because then my gear should have been done by now. But we ain't gonna talk about it. All right, we ain't gonna talk about that. I'll give him props for making my gear.
Hey, Vaughn, everybody's been through that where they've paid somebody and it's taken a little bit longer than what's expected to come in, and then when it comes in, it's gonna be like Christmas morning for you. You're gonna be all over.
It is, but you know what? I'm not even really that upset because I'd rather it take longer and be quality gear than get some piece of junk. You see guys like Evan Golden, Connor Martin, not Michael Gabriel, but get some of them guys, they get that, they just look like trash, man. And you know what? I took out the trash. I took out Connor Martin. I took out Evan Golden. I took out Max Abel. I'm taking them out one by one.
Well, it's very funny that you say that they look like trash. There's a lot of people that started in the world of wrestling and they don't know where to buy their gear from or where they go for. So they look for the big box stores like High Spots. No offense, High Spots. I'm not trying to shit all over you. I apologize for throwing your name out there, but you are one of the big box stores in the professional world of wrestling. And a lot of people's gear look the same because they're all coming cookie cutter, sliced down. And you're absolutely right. There's a lot of people that are wrestling in the world of professional wrestling right now that they fall into that category because their gear doesn't look professional enough for them. So with you getting new gear,
I'm one of them. I'm one of them. But I'm about to make that transition. I'm about to make that transition into professional. That makes sense.
It's going to be a lot better. And we're looking forward to seeing the new gear as it comes out and the new promotions that you're going to be working for in the future as they come in. Now, speaking of gear, did you have any merchandise that you started selling?
I got my regular T-shirts I've been selling, but I got to make some new designs. To tell you the truth, but I got my OG T-shirts. You know, they're always with me. So anybody want to buy any shows, they probably don't, because a lot of them fans don't like me because they can't afford my shirts. I guess that's what it is. They don't like my mouth and they can't afford my merchandise. So they don't.
Vaughn, it's not necessarily that they don't like you. It's that they don't like what you represent. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. You represent the minority group in America that deserves to have somebody represent themselves, that deserves to have a champion, that deserves to have somebody.
I'm on the same level as like a Dr. King, a Malcolm X, Reverend Al Sharpton. You know, I'm doing things that they were doing. I'm just doing it a little differently.
And you're opening the path. You're guiding the way for the next generation.
I'm setting a good example for Black America in the future.
Absolutely.
That not only anything's possible, but we don't take no shit. And I feel like that's a good example to lead by.
It's a damn good example to lead by, especially, you know, a couple months back, we got to see you at Battle of Burton, and you won a huge match against somebody who's not a fan of yours.
Guess what?
Cassidy.
He been ducking me since. Remember last time you said, "Oh, he won a rematch"?
Yes, sir.
I said I'd give him a rematch, and he never stepped up. I think he's a smart man. He knew what was up. He knew from that first experience he didn't want to feel that anymore. He didn't want to step in the ring with Von Miller and feel the power, feel the heart of a lion, feel the heat when he got in the ring with me.
See, it's really funny that you're saying he's ducking you, because there was somebody else that we were talking about earlier that was ducking him as well. And we know that guy. We know him to be the Golden Child. The Golden Child ducked him on 2 different occasions.
You talking about Evan Golden again?
Yeah, well, I'm going to bring it up because this is very important, because Crash Cassidy said that he would take on anybody, anywhere, anytime after the Golden Child ducked him the second time. And I know that challenge has still been out there from you, and he's ducking you. So we're trying to get that to happen. I'm trying to make sure somebody sees the
difference. Evan Golden, he's known to duck everybody. He's not what you call a man with balls. He's the type of guy, you know, he just runs his mouth a lot, and he likes to play like, oh, he's a tough guy, but he's not really a tough guy. But me, on the other hand, I'm not ducking anybody. So it's 2 different situations. If you say Evan's ducking Crash, and you say I'm ducking Crash, because one could be true, and the other one is completely just false.
Well, you're definitely not ducking Crash. Crash is ducking you. That's what's going on here. And so after Evan ducked him that second match that he challenged him for, he said that he was going to take on anybody. Well, I put it out there twice that the challenge is still open from Von Miller to Crash Cassidy. And he has not even responded. He's not even tried to get on that train.
You talking about Evan, right?
I'm talking about Crash to you.
Oh, Crash. Yeah. He ain't going to respond. I wouldn't even sit around and wait for that. But let me tell you, if you want to talk about wrestlers that I would like to step in the ring with, we can talk about that. Because there's some guys that I've been noticing, they've been kicking a lot of ass, and I wouldn't mind getting in the ring and showing them that I can kick even more ass.
Let's talk about it. Who's first on that list?
First on the list, I'm thinking in East Tennessee. Let's talk about Wayne Moxley, Dreamweaver. He's the guy. He's been killing it lately, man. And he looks amazing. And not only does he look amazing, I watched this film, and he's a great wrestler. He's up there with, you know, some of the best. But I feel, and he's another guy that's at SPCW. And I feel like if me and him got in the ring, I could definitely show him, hey, you might be good, but Von Miller's even better.
I think that Wayne is very underrated in the professional world of wrestling. Wayne Moxley is a phenomenal, but Dreamweaver himself is a phenomenal wrestler. And I think he gets overlooked for his size, Vaughn. I think that's the problem. There's a lot of people who think that you've got to be 6'4" and 230 pounds and solid muscle for you to make an impact in this industry. But he's setting the world on fire. He went to Ohio Valley here recently, and he won 2 separate matches on 2 separate occasions, uh, and big matches at that in Ohio Valley. So I would agree with you. I think that that would be a great challenge for you. I do think that he is on your level. I just don't know how far on your level he is.
I guess it's only one way to find out, right?
That's right.
Step in the ring and see who's the man that stands victorious in the end.
Absolutely. So Wayne Moxie, the Dreamweaver Wayne Moxie, if you're out there listening to this podcast, you have a challenger who wants
to not. I'll be honest with you, he probably not listening because, he's always either sleeping or having dreams. Wayne's a busy man. I understand. But somewhere down the line, somebody might let him know, hey, Von Miller's poking at you. If Von Miller wants to step in the ring with you to prove not only that he's better than you, that he can hang with you.
Absolutely. And I believe I will be the poking of the bear on that one for you there, Vaughn. Second, who is next on that list after Wayne Moxie?
Next on that list, I got to be honest with you, this is probably an obvious one, but I got to give the guy Tyler Shoup a lot of credit. He's been killing it as well. But you see, I know Tyler Shoup pretty well. Me and him, we actually trained once together, one time in the gym. And I'll give him props. He took me to the limit. I was blown up after the training session with him. He does, in fact, train harder. But if me and him were to step in the ring, none of that would matter. Because it's not about who trains harder. It's about who can go harder, who has that dog and who has that fighting spirit. And I think I got more fighting spirit than Tyler Shoup.
I was just about to say that, and you took the words right out of my mouth. I think it comes down to who has that dog inside of them and who's more hungry. Who is the hungriest dog in the fight?
And not only that, who's the most strategic one during battle?
Very true, very true. And you have shown, especially with your work with Connor Martin, how you were so meticulous and so vengeful and so hateful with him, and how you attacked him on multiple occasions to get what you wanted.
I beat the hell out of him.
That you could definitely do that with Tyler Shoup.
Let's just say how it is. I beat the hell out of Connor Martin.
You did.
I think he's somewhere driving a truck.
What happened in the cage? Let's talk about that. So, what happened in that cage?
I beat his ass. I mean, I beat the man, and I showed him that Connor Martin, you're not the real American champion. Von Miller is. And not only that, I showed them dumb idiot fans of La Follette, Tennessee, that a black man can succeed in La Follette.
Yes, you did.
Black man can succeed in La Follette. He can succeed anywhere.
That's very true. That is very true. Because you're going against the toughest crowd in America in La Follette. You're going against those redneck kicks that don't like you.
They're a bunch of hillbilly trailer park trash, pink-toed peckerwoods. Bunch of one-armed bandits that just think they know about wrestling but have no idea at all.
Is that a hit towards somebody specific, Vaughn?
Hey, if the shoe fits. the shoe fits, wear it. But
that's horrible, Vaughn.
I'm not talking about nobody in particular.
Well, I just want to let you know, man, we got to see that match. We got to see everything that took place during that. You were definitely very meticulous with him, and you took him way over the limit, way over his comfort level, way over Connor Martin. You took Connor Martin all the way, and then some in that cage. So I've got to say, it really surprised me because I thought Connor had one up on you, to be honest with you, and you showed that you were hungrier in that fight. And that you wanted
counted me out, man. That's what you did. You counted me out.
I did. I counted you out.
I didn't think you'd be the type of guy to count me out because I thought we were better than that.
Well, you'd be surprised. So we all have to learn at some point in time and grow at some point in time and become better people at some point in time. And I have to admit that I was wrong, Vaughn. I was wrong about you. But I'm starting to learn that you will prove everybody wrong if you're given the opportunity.
That's true. That is very true.
So who's next on the list? Who else do you got?
Oh, man, I'll give you one more, and then that's it, all right? That'd be 3 people I mentioned. I ain't going to talk about – I don't do a whole lot of talking about everybody on the internet. But I will say this will be the last guy. And honestly, this one I can't think off the top of my head. Let me ponder and think real quick. I have to say – dang, that's a good one, man. I don't know. Not many to, really catch my eye. I said Wayne Moxie. I said Tyler Shoup. Oh, man.
It could be anywhere, anybody from any promotion, Vaughn. So if there's one person in any promotion that you'd like to wrestle, who would it be?
Oh, damn! This is harder than it should be, right? Oh man, I really don't think anybody. I think I could beat them all. Tell you the truth.
I would really like to see you against Shelton Benjamin. I think you all have a very similar style.
Shelton Benjamin.
I really would. I'd like to see you against Shelton Benjamin. I think you have a very similar style. I think that your weight class is right there. And I also believe that he has something to prove still in the world of wrestling. Even though he's been to the pinnacle, he's been to the top, he's had the championships, I think he wants to prove to the world that he is still that man. And what a better way to do that than to bring somebody young, hungry, and is wanting the same thing into the business with him. So I would love to see you and Shelton Benjamin go at it. I think you all would set the world on fire.
Yeah, that's definitely a guy I could definitely see me whooping his ass. I grew up watching Shelton Benjamin a lot, to tell you the truth. And I loved his athleticism. And honestly, I don't try to be like him or nothing like that in the ring, but I definitely see the comparison. Like I see, the athleticism, the brains, the technique. Like we got a lot in common.
Absolutely, you do. Absolutely, you do.
Yeah.
And it would be a perfect match for me. That's what I would say. If I was going to put you against anybody, I'd want to see you wrestle Shelton Benjamin, because I think it would be a perfect match for you and a perfect match for him. And he would get to see the next generation that he inspired come up. Just like you're going to inspire people, you're going to be able to see them come up in the future as well.
That is true. All right, I got a guy that I could put in there. Let's see Shelton Benjamin. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is a guy that I know pretty well. He actually trained at JPWA, but it'd probably be Andy Optimal.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd like to go one-on-one?
I would just like to humble him a little bit,
Let him know Southern Strong Style, the new king of Southern.
Let him know who really is the stronger one.
Well, that would definitely be an awesome match, especially with your styles clashing a little bit. You're more of a high flyer. You're more agile than he is, but he is more hardcore as far as strikes and
intense. He's pretty intense.
I mean, he's real intense. So that would be a great match to see. I think you and Andy Optimal, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that would be a really good match, especially with his moveset and how he wants to work inside the ring. I think your hunger and your desire both would be that of, let's set this place on fire tonight. Whatever we've got to do, whatever pop we've got to get, that would be a great match. I'll give that one to you.
It would even be about the pops. None of that. It's about me whooping his ass. Showing him his balls.
That's what it would be about.
That's the thing, man. Y'all think, oh, I'm worried about the pops. I don't care about the pops. I don't care about what the fans think. I'm here to wrestle, win matches, and get money and leave. Simple process.
Wow.
You didn't want to hear that, did you? But hey, it's the truth.
Well, that's the side of the business that nobody wants to talk about, though. Somebody's got to whoop somebody's butt at some point in time. Somebody's got to just do it and get out and get their money and leave.
Exactly. Some people might say, "Oh, like that's cold." They say I'm cold-hearted. That's cool. I'll be that if that's what it is. But that's just how I feel. That's Von Milla.
Well, it's not cold-hearted, Vaughn. That's not cold-hearted at all. That's called doing business properly. You got to do business. So if that's who you want to do it with, and that's who you want to whoop, then you put it out there. So Andy Optimal, I know watches us. I know he watches us every week. He puts us on his list of things to do. I know he'll watch this. So Andy, whenever you watch this, Von Miller is issuing an open challenge to you. Now, would you issue it with a specific match in mind, Vaughn?
You referring to like a stipulation style match?
Yes, sir.
I'll call him up on his game. I'll do a submission match.
A submission match.
That's how confident I am that I can beat this man. A submission match with Andy Optimal.
I'm not sure if it's confidence or cockiness, but it's one of the two, and it will get you far with Andy, though.
What was that you said?
I'm not sure if it's confidence or cockiness.
I heard that part. What was the last part you said?
I know it'll get you far with Andy Optimal because he will be looking for that. He's going to be thriving on that.
I think he's scared.
You think he's scared of you?
I told you a lot of these guys are afraid of me, man.
Andy's not afraid of a death match. So I don't think he'd be afraid.
That's what he's asking for, something in the ring with Von Miller.
He's asking for a death match with Von Miller.
Yeah, it's going to be a death match, but this is going to be a submission death match.
A submission death match is what you want. So
'Cause I want him to submit to me and show me that I'm boss. I'm daddy. He got to submit to me. I got to assert my authority over Andy.
So Andy, the challenge has been set right here by none other than Von Milla. He wants you in a submission death match. Will you accept it, and on what terms? That'd be a great match for you. I'd love to see that at Piledriver Pro, to be honest with you. I think that would be one of the places to be.
It could happen.
Absolutely.
I got some buddies up there in the office at Piledriver Pro. I can make a couple phone calls and probably get that to happen.
That would be a match to come and see. Let us know when it happens. If Andy Optimal reaches out to you and he accepts that, and if Piledriver Pro, the management at Piledriver Pro, will accept that as well, you reach out to us because we're going to promote that for you. When you want to see that.
I appreciate you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. We want to see that. We want to see that come to fruition. We want to see that happen.
Like I said, 2025 is going to be a good year. You know, it's going to be a year of me proving just who I am in the business of professional wrestling. I got new gear coming, new opponents, new promotions. So we have a whole lot of things happening.
There's a lot of new stuff with Von Milla is what's going to be happening. And there will be new championships, I predict, in this year.
It's going to be – I'm going into a new era of my career called the Reparation era.
Absolutely. And this new era that you're going to be reigning in is going to be probably the most successful in your career. So you have as much fun as possible in this new year.
So.
We do too. We hope so for sure. Vaughn, we talked about Southern Pride Championship Wrestling just a few minutes ago. Your next booking date there is going to be the 18th. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Like I said, I think I'm going up against the Guiding Light.
The Guiding Light on the 18th. Are you booked there past the 18th? Do you have any dates set yet?
I forget I think it's the second week of February.
Second week of February.
I could be wrong on that date, but I'm not looking at the calendar right now.
That's all right.
Second week of February.
Where else are you booked at, Vaughn, coming up?
Got Piledriver Pro on the 24th in Livingston, Tennessee.
That's going to be at the Joe L. Evans Community Center in Livingston, Tennessee. For those of you that don't know, it's right beside the Mallard Library. What's catty corner to it? You'll turn left on 3rd Street and right on Broad Street, and it's going to be right across the street from you from Mallard is where that's going to be at.
The thing you know, because I damn sure don't know.
I lived up there for a long time, man. So that was I lived in Cookville, which is right down the road, and Livingston is just literally 11 miles away. So we're always up there for wrestling in Livingston.
But yeah, other than that, that's the only promotions I know that I have locked down this year that I'll be working at. I got some other promotions that I'll be trying to get my foot in the door at. So, you know, showing up, paying my dues and everything and making connections. But till then, PDP and SPCW.
PDP and SPCW is what's going to be going on, what's going to be happening for you. So you heard it right out of the mouth of the Lion himself, the one, the only, the hard-hitting killer, Von Milla is where you go.
Cold hard hitter.
The cold hard hitter.
But no, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you.
You're absolutely welcome, Vaughn, and you're more than welcome anytime that you want to come back. Just let us know. We'll get you scheduled in to come on back in and talk with us. I'm expecting big things from you in this year. I hope and pray that you get you some more gold this year. I know that the School of Morton, with them opening the doors up to you, I do believe that you're going to have a lot of friends that are going to be coming out of the School of Morton to have your back, especially one that we were kind of hitting around earlier. I'm not going to give any names out. But
go ahead, man. Drop the names. Let me so I can go ahead and clear the air. Who do you think it is?
I think it's going to be Devon Belcher is who I think it's going to be.
See the D1 guy you was talking about?
That's the D1 guy I'm talking about. The prime athlete, the D1 professional.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I like Devon.
I like Devon.
But I don't know if I'm going to say it's him or not. But we'll see. I guess we'll have to see.
That's who I think it is. I'm just going to throw that out there. That's my filler for you. That's my spoiler. If it turns out to be there, I will definitely be taking some video footage of that and letting you guys know and putting it on our Facebook page for you. But Vaughn, thank you so much for being here. And just to remind everybody, you do have some shirts and some merchandise and some stuff that's coming up, and they can catch it at SPCW at your table in the back.
If they can afford it.
Piledriver Pro, is that correct?
Yeah, if they can afford it and they got that money, I got them. Otherwise, get the hell on.
Excellent. Well, representing Black America as the Black America champion, Mr. Von Milla is here. Thank you, and keep making everybody proud, Vaughn. Until the next time, you heard it here first on Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver.
Appreciate you.
Bye, guys.